And we're live. Hello everyone. Welcome. I'm Denarius and this is Vtuber Gaming Talk. A talk show slash podcast slash whatever the fuck you want to call it, in which we talk about video games for around 1 or 2 hours with another VTuber, which leads me to, would you like to introduce yourself, Gale?
Yes, I would. I am Gale, the freaking digital summon, here to summon for your entertainment. I am currently just doing whatever I feel like doing. I have no clue. I just love games, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the games.
That's what we both are here for. Like, that's
exactly
why the show exists. So yeah. But yeah, as you may recall, if you were here, I think it was a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. No, I don't recall. I think it was kind of like a at least 2 weeks ago. Me and Gale, we were doing a Street Fighter 6 music tier list before. So yeah, I took the opportunity to just invite them to the show at that point. So yeah, it's been a long time coming anyway.
Heck yeah, happy to be here. I just had to get over my freaking shyness. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine, dude. I mean, it took me at least 4 to 5 years to take out of that. So yeah, here I am. It takes time. It takes time, but hey, once you get to know someone, you vibe with it. You go with it. That's how it works. But yeah.
Issue we good.
But yeah, we were doing a lot of like playing Street Fighter lately, so let's get that addressed before we go to like the usual thing. Hello, how's it going, Syndra?
Hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh shoot, I'm glad you read my post.
But yeah, it's going.
Yes. So Street Fighter 6, how are you loving it? Wait, why am I switching to you?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving it. I gotta say, they know how to sell their game, so yeah, I'm good with that.
Dude, for real, like, it's been such a glow up when you compare it to Street Fighter freaking 5. The love and care that they put into it, like this Street Fighter 6 has more lore in it, if you actually care about that, than probably 20 decades worth of Street Fighter games. Is crazy.
Yeah, they say they've been working on it since at least halfway through Street Fighter 5, so makes sense. Like, since the big change on management that suffered Capcom fighting game side of things.
Oh yeah.
They've been working on it a long time. I think they even reused stuff from like the previous stuff that was supposed to be Street Fighter 5, like the old concept art and photos there are of it. You can tell from just bearded Ryu.
Dude, okay, I have to ask. Did you see the concept arts for freaking Ryu?
No.
Have you seen all of them?
Not all of them.
Oh
I just saw screenshots and then saw the actual skin they put on Street Fighter 5. It was practically the same.
I don't know where it came from, but there is a whole list of all the characters and all the free concept arts I got. And there is so many good costumes on there. They did not miss. So many freaking Ryu costumes look so good to the one we got. And one that looks like Assassin's Creed. I don't know how that happened, but yes, there's so many freaking good costumes. They got ideas today.
I hope they give... You know how Street Fighter 5 has a metric buttload of skins for everybody? Just imagine that on Street Fighter 6. I just want that.
I do too. I do too. I do hope that they kind of stick with the whole fighter credits that they're using. I don't know what the terms for it. I know people hate it. I know people hate Battle Pass, but you know what? I'm telling you right now, I don't want to spend money.
A Battle Pass on Street Fighter, it will be actually good because it will force you to play other modes outside of just online, you know? What did you think of the upcoming collab for Street Fighter 6? You mean Exoprimal? That looks nice, I guess.
It was hilarious. Dude, Ryu's about to show you get a freaking T-Rex. What more do you want?
I'm just asking, give me those skins for Street Fighter 6. I would love to play a Cyber Ryu and Cyber Gale. I will love
Dude,
that.
I would not be surprised they end up doing that.
Oh, dude. Also, I will need to ask Capcom if they can give me an alternative color for the second costume of Marisa, so it just looks like fucking Johnny Bravo. I will love that. Thank you.
Johnny Bravo skin?
Not a skin, just a recolor for the secondary skin, because the secondary skin of Marisa, it looks so similar to Johnny Bravo. Is insane. Just change the color palette a little bit and give it blonde hair, and we got it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, that would be kind of cool. I dig her hairstyle when it's red. For some reason, it just sticks out too much for me about that little Sparta helmet thing that she got going for her.
Yeah.
But the other colors are like, I don't know why that thing is just, it trips me out. It's like, why you guys style your hair like that, man?
I don't know. When you see some like art from the game, like when Marisa, for example, is doing like the Juro thing, the hair right there looks really nice. Like, my god, it looks way better. I guess it's just for combats, it needs to be short, but I don't know.
It does. It looks so much better, but apparently, I guess they had a theme. It's like, we're going to do this. This is what we're working with. But you know what? That's what alternate costumes are for.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it.
I'm pretty sure they're going to keep adding costumes. They're not going to stop there.
Oh, absolutely. That's money. They ain't leaving that on the table.
Oh, for sure.
But
yeah.
So I had to ask though, since you had a chance to play, favorite character, who you doing? Who you rocking?
According to ranked matches, I'm rocking more Jamie than Marisa, because on Marisa I got into Iron 4, while on Jamie I'm Bronze 4, which is funny, because I think I'm better with Marisa than Jamie. But yeah, I'm rocking with Marisa so far.
Okay, no, Marisa is she's a very good newcomer. I am so happy that they did so well for her. People seem to be eating her up. They love her.
I just love the characters that just do a shit ton of damage with just low counter combos. Like, I just need 2 hits to at least get 40% of your life bar out.
Oh, yeah, freaking Cammy playing cracked out their minds doing like these 50-hit combos, and then you just hear it 3 times like, I caught up. What happened?
Oh, you spiral arrow at me? I'm just going to drive impact you the fuck out and then just Gladius, like full charge Gladius on your face. That's all the damage you did in 3 moves.
Marissa's so freaking cracked. I love her. I love her. I want to use her. Okay, I will say though, okay. The ranking, I'm a little. I don't know. It's like it's a little too generous because I played when I first got Street Fighter 6. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play a character I don't use and don't know how to do anything, and just go to the rank and kind of like learn from there.
Mm-hmm.
I picked Lily.
Yeah.
I did some matches. I'm stuck in platinum. I do not belong there. I am scared and afraid and alone.
Okay.
I do not belong in platinum with Lily.
I mean,
be paid.
I can say kind of the same thing, but on the opposite side. Like, I know I'm Iron 4 with Marisa, but I fought like gold level juries, like gold 1 level juries, and I beat them.
Right.
It took me a little bit, but I beat them. Like 3 rounds. But yeah, it's weird. It's super weird, but I guess it's just because, well, first time of the game, like first couple of months, they need to readjust that the fuck out, but it's fine. Yeah. I guess.
I'm sure it's gonna even out, but it's just like, it's kind of scary just thinking that, I'm new to a fighting game, so let me go ahead and just try it. Oh, why am I in platinum? I don't know how to do combos. How did I get here? I do not belong in this area. There
is a lot of people to like try to place you that the level of like precision is way all over the place. Like, we have a metric buttload of people here playing at the same time as you, so there is a lot of different levels here.
Oh, straight up. It's straight up.
Also, the avatar battles are so fun. My god.
Yes. Oh gosh, I haven't seen anybody do anything. Oh no. I saw one cheap video right now, infinite combo with Gale.
Yeah.
That somebody ended up playing, but otherwise everything else I've seen has been pretty fun. You know, I mean, of course we got the freaks out there with their giant hands of guys for some reason.
I remember seeing someone with like tiny legs but like a huge upper body with long arms.
Yes.
with Lily style. That was scary as hell.
Yes, because for some reason they cover like half the screen with a freaking normal.
I mean, it makes sense. They have like 2 giant hammers on their hands. Like, why not?
Yes, it's kind of scary though. I saw the Blanca Chan Dalzim freaking fire style. That was creepy as hell.
I was thinking this avatar creator style thing could open the doors for a lot of really cool collabs. Like, usually on this kind of fighting games, you will see characters that are more like design-wise more simple in the terms of like form of the body. But with the avatar creator here, you can get some custom from some wacky characters like the Guilty Gear ones. Like, you could get a Potemkin set of like customization gear and just make a Potemkin like body with the avatar creator, which is insane.
Yeah, I can see it happening. I mean, for some reason, it almost makes no sense when you think about it, but the character creator on freaking Street Fighter 6 is phenomenal. Like, it straight up feels like it belongs in an RPG, like a real RPG, not like Street Fighter, Final Fight RPG. I'm talking about like a Dragon's Dogma, Elder Scrolls kind of freaking RPG.
They literally just give me Yakuza mode on fucking World Tour, but we get a character customization. It's insane.
Oh yes. It's very insane. That's why I was saying Capcom has put so much love into freaking Street Fighter 6. They're trying to get their status of Cap Gods again. That's what they're trying to do, and I think it's working.
They started with the MC5, now we have this. It's insane.
Yep, Monster Hunter World, boom. Monster Hunter Rise, boom. C5, boom. They just keep hitting it, just back to back to back, and it's like, yes, this is the Capcom we love.
Well, Street Fighter 5 was more like a punch with the 2000 ping of delay, but it hit. It ended up landing.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Okay. I'm gonna take my bias away. I'm gonna grab it. Here's me grabbing it, scooping it to the side, and toss it to the trash.
Okay.
It did. Street Fighter 5 definitely did. It took them a while because the beginning, like season 1 to 3, it was not the best. But once they got past that, and they kind of like decided to listen more to the fans, get more characters that people want to play, and just a little bit more freeforming to it. Because honestly, that was one of the issues I had with Street Fighter 5 was it lacked identity. And what I mean by that, I mean like player identity. Like, you could tell when, in like say Street Fighter 4, you could tell when like Punk was playing Zangief in Street Fighter 4 compared to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Gale from Alex when playing Ryu. But in Street Fighter 5, everyone played the same. And that was the issue with that. But they kind of fixed that as time went on, and it became a better game for it.
Yeah, with the variation on the V triggers and V shifts and stuff like that. Yeah, it ended up getting a lot more personality for the characters, which is really good. Some of the stories were super funny too, like Blanca getting obsessed with making dolls and stuff.
Blanca's story just kind of went all over the place. It's so funny to me. Yeah. Like before, like imagine when you play Street Fighter 2 for the first time, you just see this green monster, and he kind of kept that persona for a while. Then slowly he met Dan, and he became sillier and goofier, and now he's just like a lovable gorilla type character. It's Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, you gotta love it. Which is surprising because they don't put a Blanca-chan costume for that, and they have it on the story mode, so it's weird.
Wait, no, you can actually use it. Oh, are you mean for Blanca?
On Blanca himself.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. That's DLC.
That's probably that's going to be DLC for sure.
I see that would be like something they put into the costume, or like in the Battle Pass maybe.
Ooh, I'm still waiting for that thing to pop up anytime. That sounds fun to go through.
A Battle Pass? Yeah. Okay, it depends. It depends on, I would say, maybe like 2 to 3 things for me. One, how much is it going to cost? Is it going to be one of those ones where it's like every good thing that's possibly in there is like locked behind the Battle Pass and that you have to pay like $20 for? And then you get like a little sprinkle, like here you go, Scrub, here you get this emote. Enjoy.
This is gonna be like that. No.
Or is it gonna be kind of like Fortnite, which honestly, despite me not liking battle passes, Fortnite has a fair battle pass. Not only do you get more money, so you can keep your battle pass going infinitely as long as you keep playing, it gives you a lot of good stuff, even if you're just a free-to-play player. If it does that,
I will actually love an approach like Warframe did. Warframe has a battle pass, but the battle pass works in a really free way, which is funny because you don't need to pay it at all. You get access to all the content that is there as long as you do the missions. The missions are tough. Don't get me wrong, the missions are really tough if you're a new player. Some missions are even not accessible for new players, which is kind of fair because it's late content. But regardless, if you do all the missions from a week, you get 3 levels per week. And the Battle Pass has 30 levels worth of like unique content, and then it's just credits to use on the store of the same Battle Pass. And the store of the Battle Pass is cool rewards like helmets for your Warframe. You get to build a new Warframe too, which is kind of good too. Some weapons, some mods, stuff like that. So it will be funny if they just implemented a battle pass like that. Every time you like finish a battle pass, you get rewarded with a specific type of currency that can only be used on the store of that specific battle pass to buy new cosmetics for the avatar, maybe a new color for your for the characters, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, stuff like that rewards the players, and it's not too demanding. Like where you feel like if you missed 2 days on the battle pass, you're probably not going to get everything. Then I think it will do very well. And yeah, it's like you get helmets and stuff. You get little credits. Do stuff like that into the battle pass will be fine for gamers.
Oh, for sure.
Because you know what, I'm an old boomer. And I do hate battle pass system, but you know what? If you do it in a fair manner that doesn't feel like predatory, I'm fine with it. I'll tough it up. I'll stop being like, oh, why? In my day, I had to go up 2 hills, down to a volcano to go to GameStop to get this stuff, and everything was in the disc. I ain't doing all that anymore.
It's super weird seeing a battle pass on a paid game, though. Like,
That is such a big pain. I do hate that. That's one of the issues I was kind of having with Street Fighter 6. But you know what? I said, screw it. If you do it right, then I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Besides, it will force you to play more World Tour and other modes outside of like just the rankeds and casual battles, which is fine.
Exactly. And honestly, I love World Tour. I'm surprised at how much I end up loving that freaking section of the game. To the point, like I went through it. I did all the side quests. I did everything in it. Fought the secret boss, and I want them to have a new game plus where everyone's like level 99 because right now I'm just like mopping the floor with everybody. No, too high level.
I mean,
I actually want to keep playing it.
Not surprised.
It's a fun freaking mode, and it's well thought out because not only is it a freaking good RPG that gives you a bit of story, you get to learn the lore of other characters. You also get to, like, for someone who doesn't really play fighting games, you get a chance to actually learn mechanics or how to deal with certain situations because they'll purposely put different type of characters in there that kind of function in a different way.
Yeah,
like, for example,
in some aspects, it's a glorified tutorial. Yeah,
it is, but it's a fun tutorial. That's the as long as you hide the tutorial in fun, it's good.
Yeah,
but yeah, they got like characters that like will block everything, and they'll counter you every so often to do damage to you. And what the game is telling you to do, stop trying to mash your buttons, grab them, and stuff like that. Which is fun. I think they did a good job.
Yeah,
they did such a good job.
They did a really good job with that. Also, you get some like tidbits if you know the Street Fighter series and you know the other like Capcom games that are related to it, you get a really good time with it because there's a reference to all of the Street Fighter universe there. Like you get Final Fight characters, you get Street Fighter 1 characters rolling around, you get reference throw here and there from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 1 and 2, and some even reference Street Fighter 3, which is really cool. Specifically Jamie.
Yes, that's so good. Bring back Sean. But yes, they had so much good stuff.
At least Ken acknowledged Sean was his student, so that's that.
Yeah. Absolutely, they did bring back.
Yeah.
No, they do have a lot of references, and surprisingly,
I haven't seen
light spoiler. Just a teeny spoiler.
Yeah.
They actually reference characters from other games.
Oh yeah,
like they actually have characters from another game in there that you'll end up like meeting. I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna say what series.
Yeah, no, just keep it there. I want to meet them. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a crack at it. Also, have you had the chance to fight the host of the tournament? Like, you know the person that is just hosting the Battle Hub intro video and stuff?
Eternity.
Yeah. Have you ever managed to fight them? Because
yes, you have to fight them.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I can't wait to do that. They use the Yuri style and stuff. Ooh. But yeah. No, yep. they show early on the Novice tournament that they have the Yuri style, so that's a sign that you can fight them in the future. So, yeah. That sounds fun.
Oh yeah, they absolutely did. You actually get a chance to fight them, and surprisingly enough, there's actually a freaking mod over I think Cammy with Eternity. It's either Cammy or Chung. It's one of those two.
It should be actually Judy technically, but yeah.
It should, but people are just like, no, we feel like they fit better with this fight. Sounds like okay, whatever.
I mean, for the attire alone, it obviously fits Yuri. It's way too much legwork, so. Yeah, well, Chun-Li also fits, but I don't know.
It is. It's just like it gives you a chance to actually go play online with them if you want to, if you have the PC version.
Oh, for sure.
If you're on the PS5 version, I'm sorry, so sad. No.
Yeah, the PC version is going to be modded out the wazoo at this point.
Oh yeah, I'm actually looking forward to some of the weird costumes that might pop up on there.
Oh. Oh no.
Yes, as long as it's fun. That's all I care about.
I'm pretty sure they are going to add the DLC characters to the World Tour mode in one way, shape, or form. Because so far, as far as I know, there is no reference to Street Fighter V outside of Bison is gone in the World Tour.
There's a few references.
Huh.
Not going to say too much because again spoilers, but yes, there are a few references to Street Fighter V.
Oh, okay.
Also, they also have references for possible DLC characters that will be popping into there.
Oh.
Like people have actually ran around the world looking at every inch of possible areas that they found, and they actually found some little tidbits, little Easter eggs that might be a possible area for this DLC character to be at.
Oh, cool. Possible DLC characters. Oh. I mean, they're
besides the ones we got
years ahead.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm the only thing I'm sad about when it comes to DLC is that fact that it's like only 4. I feel like it should be 6 is the golden number to me. I don't know why. I just feel like there should be 6 characters that we should be looking forward to. Maybe it's just because of the space between them.
It will be funny if they ended up doing like 6 seasons of DLCs, and the last season are 6 characters.
I'll be fine with it.
I will be rocking with it. Like 6 characters by the big finale. One of them is a crossover or something like that. Yeah, that will be fun.
Like, I want some more characters. There's so many freaking characters from the series that they need to pick out. Dudley, Sean, freaking Makoto.
Wow. Yeah.
Goldum. I think that's his name. I know people want them from Street Fighter Alpha. There's so many freaking characters that they get picked from, and maybe some new faces that we'll see, like Aki, I think that's her name, that they might be bringing, who might be using the Fang style.
Ooh.
So,
yeah,
because they know it's poison. They already have the mechanic in there. So, like, there's already, honestly, I think Aki's gonna be a poison character, and I am looking forward to my freaking boy Ed. I know people's like, boo, Ed. I don't care. I want him. I like Ed. But he's a freaking boxer. He's a boxer with psycho power. That's awesome.
He will be the first boxer in the game, actually. Like the actual boxer in the game, because this game, funny enough, it's the first one that it launches without a boxer. Well, technically Street Fighter V launched without a boxer too, so that's that. Because we were missing.
No, he was DLC.
Yeah, he was DLC. Balrog was DLC. Street Fighter 4 also launched without a boxer. I guess the only one.
No. Street Fighter 4 had.
At the beginning, like Vanilla Street Fighter 4 didn't have a boxer either. Wait, yeah, it had Balrog. Yeah, Balrog was main roster. Right. Balrog was main roster on Vanilla. I forgot. Yes, in Street Fighter 4.
Was Dudley DLC? I felt like
Dudley came out for Super Street Fighter 4. It's either Super or Super Arcade Edition.
Yeah. Okay. So they kept the big 4. That's what I'm thinking. They had Vega, Balrog, and Bison, Sagat in Street Fighter 4 originally.
Yeah. In Vanilla they had the 4 kings. Yeah. They changed on Street Fighter On Street Fighter 5, there was only Vega and Bison, if I remember correctly, at the beginning, and Fang, the new addition to the Four Kings. So Varro was missing, and Sagat. Well, Sagat was on the other path, so they replaced him with
the
Fang.
guy in Bar, yeah, DLC.
Yeah.
But honestly, Street Fighter 5 had a very bare bone character
Launch.
roster, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Mika back though, but yeah, not rocking with it.
Would it be so bad if they didn't take all the fun stuff from the beta out? It's like that was the crazy part. Okay, I know we keep like moving back to it. Just I'm gonna say this, like it's kind of crazy about Street Fighter 5. Is like during the beta, it was super fun. I was enjoying all the freaking fun like interactions you have with the characters, but it's like every time people found something like new and interesting you could do in the beta, they nerfed and they took it out, and they just kept doing that until we ended up getting Street Fighter 5 the way it was. And it was like, this ain't fun. This ain't fun. Damn, where's my freaking fun moves? What happened? What happened to me breaking physics with Mika by throwing people to the wall, even though we were in the middle of the stage? Stuff like that, yeah. But
That sounds something you could do to Dalsim.
oh my gosh, freaking Dalsim. I can't use him. He's too slow for me.
Yeah, honestly. I'm fine if it's slow, but I can hit hard after it. But Dalsim is way too much patience. Like, you need to plan your attacks, like, place your fire and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he freaking turns into a Blade Toho game. All these freaking fireballs and teleporting his limbs, just reaching you all over the place.
Yeah, my god, the pressure. Fortunately, though, it's pretty fragile, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know if that's the same thing anymore. I heard, I don't know. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm pulling this out of my butt. But I heard that everyone actually has like 1,000 HP, except for the bigger characters who actually have more. But instead of, you know how before they used to make it so like weaker character, or maybe like Akuma or Cammy, they would have like 900 or 800 HP.
Yeah.
They actually raised it, so everyone has at least 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just to balance it a little bit out, because the point of Akuma and Kami early on was just,
I mean,
they are glass cannons. They're going to hit you hard and fast, but if you touch them, they are going to break.
But that's the problem. They
Yeah.
took out the glass part apparently, because everybody has like equal health now, or 1,000 or higher.
Yeah.
So my thing is, what the hell's gonna happen with Akuma? That mug, he's gonna be terrifying, depending on what they do with him.
Now that I remember, wait, hold on. The DLC characters for Street Fighter 6 are 1 new character and 3 returning, right?
Yes.
Okay. So with those 4, if I remember correctly, the leak showed up those 4 and the whole roster at the moment, right? Does that mean the 4 that are coming up are the last ones from the leak, and then all of the rest are going to be new? If there is more DLC. Huh.
Like, we won't know what's gonna happen after this season of roster of DLC.
Okay.
Unless somebody decides to leak because they have no chill. They want that clout.
Oh, for sure. God damn it. They want that cloud, even though they got instantly banned from like Capcom stuff.
I don't mind spoilers. I actually kind of live for like leaks, like especially during Smash days. I love those leaks, but something you have to wonder is like, is it really worth it? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, someone who used to work in QA, they will find you. They got people literally whose job it is to find leakers.
Yeah.
They will find you. They will send out the Nintendo ninjas or Capcom ninjas after you.
Jesus Christ.
And they will lay traps. They lay traps in the freaking leaks to try to find people too.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Okay.
They don't mess around. They do not mess around.
Jesus. Oh, okay.
Like some games they don't care because it's like, it's whatever. It's a B title, but if it's like a AAA something big,
like yeah, if it's a collection, nah, no matter. But if it's like a AAA new release of a series, yeah, nah, we're going to get your ass out.
Oh, absolutely. Like I could not imagine if somebody tried to do that freaking I almost doxed myself. Hold up.
No.
I stopped myself. I was like, wait.
Stop it already.
Like the game is safe to talk about, but I feel like people will find me out if I talk.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness! So I'm a slide away from that for a second, just like yeah, just get away. But
No.
yes,
Yeah, imagine if
find...
if somebody do that to like Tekken 8 or something like that that is coming out. Yeah, we got the 16 roster characters, but there is supposed to be like 32 at launch. Like, no. What? What? No.
Oh,
How
yeah.
the fuck is that real? More in a game like Tekken. I believe it if it's King of Fighters, but Tekken? Nah, dude.
Wait, did Tekken get leaked?
No, I'm just saying an
I
example.
was about to say they've been doing a good job not leaking.
No, yeah, the Tekken guys are doing amazing with no. Well, technically, there are a few that got leaked. Like I think Brian got leaked beforehand, but it was just a day or two before they revealed it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Same happened with the Persona trailer lately. They just leaked it a day or two before the showcase, which I was
out the intern.
I was technically expecting them to show it on like the Xbox showcase because they did that with the other Persona games before. Like they did that with Persona 5 Royal on PC, P3 Portable coming to PC too, and I think they did that also with Persona 4 Golden. So that's fine.
Oh yeah, it's as I said, pour one out for the freaking intern. Just act surprised during the Xbox Live event, like, oh, Persona 3? Holy crap! I would not think they would do that. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh shit! Reuse of assets. Let's go.
Holy crap! I can't believe it.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love Persona 3. It's one of my favorites, but they are reusing Persona 4 dancing here. Well, Persona 3 dancing here a lot. Although there are some models that they weren't there before, so that's nice. Like all the NPC for the NPCs on Persona 3 are new, so I appreciate that. I just wondered if they are going to bring Fez, like the Fez storyline here too. We might need to wait and see.
Possibly. I already know that they changed like all the voice actors too, like all the or at least for dub. I don't know about the Japanese, but I know the dub side. Every single voice actor is getting like replaced with somebody else.
Huh. Well, that will be interesting. Which is funny because they could reuse the ones from Persona 4 Arena, but okay.
I guess they want to do something new, kind of like with the whole Final Fantasy VII remake. How they, instead of pulling like the old original people that they had like on the city and whatnot, it's like, no, we're just gonna bring in a whole new cast of characters or voice actors to do these voices for Cloud, and Barret, and Tifa, like everybody in there.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, give some new talent the time to shine on a mainline game like this. It's kind of cool.
Exactly. And speaking of which, since I did just bring that up, Final Fantasy VII remake, multiple timeline, same timeline. What you thinking?
Honestly,
wait, have you seen?
I've seen the River thing. I've seen it. I'm interested because seeing Blonde Tifa and fucking Andrew Tate over there. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Dude, I don't know where they're going. It's so crazy. The Final Fantasy VII remake has brought back like the old nostalgia that I used to feel for Final Fantasy VII because I don't know what's gonna happen anymore.
Yeah, like the game in and of itself is a little bit confusing. Then you play like Crisis Core, and then you play now the remake, which has some differences from the original, and then you play Rebirth, which is what the hell is going on here?
That is true, but you know what the best part about it is though?
What?
We're all on equal footing now.
No.
Veterans, new people to the series, we're all on equal footing because we don't know exactly what's going to happen.
Oh, the Busters did it.
Timeline has to change.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's what makes it fun though, is because we don't know what's going to happen.
Oh,
it can go in any possible direction, and I'm all about that. I know there's some old faithfuls out there who was like, it's not turn-based, or the people's like, the story's been changed, but to me, that game it's fun. The combat's fun. The story is amazing. The graphics are amazing. I'm just enjoying the ride. I'm here on the train. Take me on your wild ride.
If you want the original story, go with the remake. That's literally just a remake of the story. Maybe there are like slight changes here and there, but it's the exact same story from start to finish. Rebirth, on the other hand, it's a complete new game. Like it's like Crisis Core. It's a new game.
It is not even remake. No, even remake is not even the same game. It's honestly, I say it's a sequel. I'm saying it's a sequel to Final Fantasy 7 because of what happened. Like the freaking plot ghosts, man. The freaking plot ghosts that were constantly harassing you in the game. It's a different story. Something different is gonna happen. I think the Sephiroth that we're fighting is the one who knows what happens during Advent Children.
No.
Which means he's trying to change the timeline, so he wins. That's why he's screwing with Cause so much and trying to make things change.
It's just a roller coaster at this point.
It is. And, okay, I will say, on the side of the people who like, oh, I want the old game, you can play the old game. There's literally mods out there to make it high def, so you can get like very high def models. I mean, when you're in like a battle and stuff, I mean, like when you're fighting, I mean, when you're in the railroad, it's still like the Lego block kind of stuff.
You can still buy it. Like, the original version of Final Fantasy VII, it's still available for purchase on Steam. So you can still buy the original if you want to play it.
Yep, and I know people are like, but I want it in the freaking new graphics. I want it to be high tier A plus triple A, double down, Sunny D up. I don't know, but still, they want it to be all different, or they want it all fancy and new. Well, guess what? You're getting Ever Crisis, which is going to be a retelling of the original story.
Yeah, but it's on mobile phone. That's it. Okay, I kind of believe they are going to like do it on phone and then make their way into PC at some point.
I think so too. That's
because
what I'm
it looks like those kind of games that you see it released on PS5, PC, and like phones, which is funny because there's a lot of games like that.
True.
So, who knows? Maybe in the future we get the opportunity to experience the full, like, Ever Crisis on PC or in other mediums like consoles and stuff. Because you get a lot of money out of that. How you don't release it on other platforms outside of phone?
Yeah, I don't want to believe that Square is just going to leave that mug on the phone.
Some people leave the money for convenience sake, but come on. It's Square Enix.
And it is Square Enix, so yeah, they phone the ball every so often.
Unless they want to go to pachinko hell, yeah, they need to do it.
No,
no,
we don't need to go back to that. Freak Konami already did it with Metal Gear.
Oh my god!
And I know they're making the Metal Gear 3 remake, and I was partially excited for it, but then I learned that they were actually
changing stuff,
which is like, okay, that's fine. But then I learned that they're not even getting actors for it. They're just gonna like take everything that they got from the original Metal Gear, audio and all, and we're just gonna slap it up to some new pretty graphics. I'm like, okay, whatever.
God damn it.
It's Konami. I think right now what they're trying to do is gauge some interest to see like how much do people still love Metal Gear.
I mean, the CG trailer got a lot of people screaming out of their throats. So, yeah, that thing was hype as hell. I gotta admit.
It was.
And getting the collection with it. That's so cool. Hell, I need to play the Metal Gear series still, and I'm hyped for it.
I have played most Metal Gear games. It's worth playing. It's a very fun game. As long as if you don't care about stealth.
The only gripe I had for the Metal Gear series is it was way back when I got my PS2. I got Metal Gear 2. I started playing it. Then I was trapped in a 10-minute cutscene without any way of skipping it. and I said to myself, why the fuck am I playing a movie on my PS2? I want to play a game, damn it.
Okay,
I'm here to play. I cannot even skip the cutscene.
That is the one issue about Metal Gear.
Oh, and even I had to restart the game because the game froze at a point that I was playing it. And I had to sit through that thing. Jesus. And I had to sit through that thing all over again. Oh my god. Cannibal, thank you for the sub. That's the first one in a while. Thank you so much.
Yo, Kanan, hello, welcome to the stream, dude.
Thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. But yeah, you got just in time on my rant of Metal Gear. But I want to play it because I saw a video about voice acting in video games. And there's a really cool story about Metal Gear 3 in the Japanese dub. I told this before on a previous episode, but I might as well just tell it again. There is a scene between a younger and an older Snake. I think it's one is Liquid and one is Snake on the cemetery, right? Those two are played by father and son, and there is a very rocky situation with those two. Like, the voice actors in general, like father and son, were on a rocky situation at the time. But thanks to that acting that Kojima asked the two to do, they reconcile.
I heard that story. I do remember that the Japanese, how they both were father and son, and they actually, that's why it was so much emotion to it in the Japanese version. Don't get me wrong, the English version was good too, but the Japanese version, you definitely felt the emotion of it because they were actually, they lived it. They're living it right now.
Yeah, they were living it. Oh, that was awesome, dude.
And yes, Kenyon Bomb, I'm gonna say this. Yes, you are absolutely right. Catching up with MGS is just hard to do as it gets older because
you get to understand all this stuff. Oh no! All the political dude. I replayed a Metal Gear Rising. Like, I played it back in 2015. I didn't understand jack shit about politics. Then I replayed it on stream, and I get to understand a few things. And I understand why it got so popular all of a sudden recently, because it's so much real right now, it's insane. I was just, what the fuck? How the fuck did this happen?
Kojima called Twitter.
My man call out Twitter and call out the politicians a little bit more. If we got the technology advancements that the game has, it will literally be living in that situation. Yeah. Like, holy shit. It was so freaking insane. Jesus Christ.
Kojima is a freaking psychic as far as I'm concerned
also,
when it comes to stuff like that.
Calling out real life events, like historical real life events like the 9/11, like that. That just makes me want to play the original PS2 games, because those recall way earlier moments.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
If you do end up doing it, to anybody who's watching, if you do end up, get the remakes. Get the ones that are HD in depth, because
the PS3 ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get it outside of emulation though.
I mean, hey, do what you can.
maybe when they release the Metal Gear Delta 3, I think it's called. Maybe I can just buy it there, buy the collection instead of the game. Of the remake.
Oh yeah. And hey, if we get lucky, if this remake actually does well, maybe they'll just go into a remake stream, because honestly, this has been the decade of remakes. We have been getting way too many, I'm not gonna lie. But yes.
I mean, some of them are really cool, gotta admit.
Oh yeah.
Buddy Agments are next, waiting for some cyberpunk art. How AI it's going? I don't think that's going to happen.
if by augmentation start happening, things are gonna get nuts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I feel stupid for saying this. I'm gonna tell you right now. The moment we start having that, if anybody play Hi-Fi Rush and they remember that freaking werewolf dude, you're gonna be seeing that.
Oh my god!
Because
probably, yeah. Oh god!
There's gonna be no chill.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wait, what? Final Fantasy X remake?
I don't know. I didn't saw anything about that. I've been catching up because I slept through the showcase. It's a rumor. Okay.
Okay, it's a rumor. Okay,
that's a no. You know what? You know when you have a bad streak of games, you want to try it out. One of the games I tried out after trying out Metal Gear Solid, I think it was 2, and sit down through a 10-minute cutscene twice. I tried out Final Fantasy X. I tried out Final Fantasy X, and that first section of the game was boring. My god, that was boring. I might be able to sit through that now, but way back when, I think that was like early 2010s, I couldn't sit down through that. Nah. That
It
was
aged so hard.
Oh no.
Dude, okay, if they remake Final Fantasy X, I'll be willing to play it, especially if it's like Final Fantasy VII remake. I know some people like blasphemy, but I don't care. I like my freaking action RPGs. I'll get it. It's funny too because when I was younger, I didn't have a PS2, so I couldn't play Final Fantasy X. When I finally did get a PS2, I jumped into Final Fantasy X 2. I have no idea the story. I don't know anything that happened in Final Fantasy X.
Oh, you went into the sequel.
Yes, I went into the weird J-pop sequel.
J-pop sequel?
Dude,
oh my god.
It was, but I enjoyed it. So I was always. At some point, I do need to play Final Fantasy X. I swear, but it's too many games. I don't got time.
Speaking of Final Fantasy, how the hell are we going back to the era of you needing 2 fucking discs for a Final Fantasy game? How? How?
My mind is still blown with that. It's still blown that we're gonna get a freaking 2 disc. That game's gonna either have like 4K resolution for all the freaking cinematics, or it's gonna be huge. That's the only thing I can think of.
Final Fantasy X with 10-2 combat would have been all on my radar. That game.
With 10-2 combat, oh yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
Because you know what, I'm gonna say this. I love the combat in Final Fantasy X-2. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I like the whole transformation thing. Though strangely enough, I didn't like that at 13-3. I don't know why. It was something about that one that was just off. But I enjoyed the combat a lot in Final Fantasy X-2.
Yeah, I believe it.
Like, though just going back to just really quick because it just came to my mind. I saw somebody do like a combo showcase of Final Fantasy 13-3, and I was like, I don't remember this game. What? How are you doing DMC like combos and stuff? And I do not remember it being this actually fun. I want to play it again. If I could find a video, I want to send it to you. The dude was doing some janky stuff. He was actually dodging moves, uppercutting people to the air, doing combos, jumping down, doing some freaking fireball stuff. It was just weird.
Are we talking? Wait. Hold on. Are we talking Final Fantasy X?
Oh no. Sorry. I went to 13-3. 13-3.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Because Final Fantasy X with that combat, give me the fuck in. What the fuck? Whoa.
Oh shit.
Yeah, once you get speed 13-3, lightning is borderline DMC. Oh. I mean,
I beat the game. I felt like I played it wrong this whole time. Like, damn.
Final Fantasy 15 seems to go that route, so yeah. Give me.
Hey, Final Fantasy 15 is my guilty pleasure. I know there's a lot of people who don't like it. I think the story was amazing, and I enjoyed my ride through it.
Huh.
The combat could have been better, but
oh, for sure.
I love that game so much. They just gotta stop doing the whole automatic hold X to attack L dodge thing. I don't know what was going on with that, but that game has so hard to do it for me.
Oh no.
Have you played it?
No, but that sounds horrible. Like, the action games I've played so far that I fell in love with were Bayonetta, Metal Gear Rising, DMC, like the whole series. Except for DMC1. DMC1, it sucks. DMC1, gameplay one sucks nowadays. Like, it didn't age well. It didn't age well.
Okay, I can see that.
Like,
I do remember it felt like a Resident Evil game that decided it wanted to do action. It was still kind of sluggish, but it was fun.
Yeah,
it was new.
It's exactly what you said. It's a Resident Evil game that tried too hard to go into the action side of things, and we ended up with a game that the enemies are fine. Like, you can get cool combos going for the most part, but then you get to the cheap bosses and the platforming side of things, and that's when the cracks start to like become holes, you know?
I can see it.
The blood is interesting. The blood is interesting if you play from start to finish, like DMC1 to DMC5. It's super interesting. But outside of that, yeah. Nah.
You just hate platforming, good sir. Talking about
yeah, I play DMC2. I was so done after just Dante's campaign. I didn't even want to touch Lucia's campaign.
It was so weird. They like, I don't know who the combat director was on freaking DMC2, but for some reason, like, oh, I know what people love. They love shooting. Let's make the shooting the feature of DMC2. It's like, no, bitch, I want to combo peoples. I don't want to shoot. If I want to shoot off the Call of Duty. Like,
yeah, DMC turn around the point when you get the shotgun, which you get it pretty early. You get the shotgun and Ifrit, and you will be blasting through the game, except for the bosses. For the bosses, you get the grenade launcher and you're gold. But outside of that, yeah, there are some bosses that you cannot deal with unless you have holy water, like the second fight of Griffin. Griffin was just a bitch on that boat. My god! Oh!
Just shoot him.
I use 2 holy waters and get the bird out of here. Nah, fuck off. No. The only boss fights that I enjoyed were Shadow and the Nilo Angelo fights. The Nilo Angelo fights were super fun. I love them. But that's it. That's it.
Shadow. I remember that thing doing the freaking Mortal Kombat finisher on you. Which surprisingly, I know a lot of people didn't know this.
Yeah.
DMC actually had like finishing moves for the enemies.
Yeah, some of the bosses got really cool finishing moves, like the lava spider will just grow a tail and just impale you. Then you have Shadow doing a finishing on you. I think Nilo even had a finishing on you, which is cool. Like, really, really cool. DMC turn, Junker for DMC3 was cool.
Joker from DMC. Oh!
Joker.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he was a fun character.
Oh, yeah. Joker was a really fun fight and a really fun character.
Yeah.
I
love overpowered silly characters.
I need to make an alert using the well done scene for the from DMC3. Like, well done, everyone. Well done. Like, for an alert.
Do it.
I'm gonna do that for multiple gift subs. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Fun little stuff like that. It's fun for your streams, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, I do like that. Now, Joker was funny. He was funny, especially when he started beating up on freaking Dante and Virgil.
Mm-hmm.
When they thought he was just a joke. It was like, oh, what the heck? And he was just having the ball as he was doing it.
Oh, the scene when Arkham just washes the floor with the 3, that was awesome.
Yes. That's a good one. Yes, it is. Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, it is. I'm writing that down for sure. But yeah.
DMC is a good series. Jump on it if you can. I'm telling you right now. If you
Yeah.
like action games, really do it.
Recommend it for sure. Just
Like,
yeah, just be wary. There are some rocky paths if you want to start from beginning to end.
Oh yeah. Skip DMC 2. Skip it.
Yeah. Also.
YouTube.
Yeah. Skip DMC 2. Maybe if you don't want to deal with the clunkiness, skip DMC 1. And for the love of God, skip DMC Devil May Cry.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm
Hey.
No, I'm not saying Devil's Advocate. I like that game. I like DMC.
DMC Devil May Cry is the reverse case of DMC 1. Like, the gameplay is fun as hell. In some areas are way cooler to use, and you get to use some abilities outside of combat, which is nice. For platforming and stuff, they got that correct. They got that right. I love it. But the story puts it way down just because it's so trash, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Gameplay wise, I think DMC was fun, and I actually
is.
still recommend it to people. The story was doo-doo trash butter.
I'm still tempted to just grab the Virgil DLC and see what they do with that, because people say the Virgil DLC is worth it. Like, that thing usually, the worst part of that game was Virgil. I have to admit it. The worst part of that game was Virgil.
Yeah.
But grabbing the DLC to see what they do with them after the story, if people are telling me the gameplay on that is fun and the story is fine, I'm kind of tempted. Not gonna lie.
Yo, if you're coming on the freaking deal on Steam, do it. I think it'll be worth it. I haven't played it myself though. Unfortunately, as you said, the story was kind of it was butt. It's unfortunately it was butt. Yes,
Yeah.
Dante did grow during the freaking game, and he actually became somewhat of a likable character.
Eh,
But it was painful. I think he did because I don't know the lady's
I
name
mean,
that was with him.
for
She
the
kinda
last
gave-
couple of cutscenes, yeah, but throughout the most of the game,
Yeah, most of
yeah.
it he was.
It was either meh
Nothing
or
like-
going medio. Man, it was going way hard.
It was too edgy.
Yeah, it was going way too hard on the edgy part. And the reference to classic art with edgy tones doesn't help.
Yeah, it was trying too hard, especially, and it did not help that they were kind of spitting on the fans. Like when Dante got the wig on his head, he's like, "Nah, I'll never wear this," or some crud like that. It's like,
You can't save the whole game through DLC. Hence why I ended up forgiving it Dragon Age 2. I mean, you can have killer DLC for a game that is kind of trash, but that doesn't mean you're gonna save it. There are a lot of examples of this. Hell, the theme that is
I
like
just like there it is.
the theme that is playing right now, it's an example of it. Anarchy Reigns was a game that had a few DLCs that were killer, but
oh my God, remember that?
that
That
game.
was so good, dude.
Oh,
That was such a good action game. Sega screwed up the pooch. I think it was Sega. Yeah, I think it was them.
yeah,
you know
because
what?
the deal they had with Platinum was for like 3 IPs, I think. Bayonetta, Anarchy Reigns, and Mad World. Mad World and Anarchy
Yeah.
Reigns ended up being the exact same world, so technically Anarchy Reigns was a sequel to Mad World. And then we have Bayonetta. Bayonetta ended up being the
good.
biggest, but they sold that IP to Nintendo. Poor Anarchy Reigns ended up just being one game on the PS3 and 360 and just out. The designs were fun, the music was fire. Oh my god.
Shoot, it's in my freaking playlist. I put some music in there. That music was freaking fire.
I
don't care what you
was
say.
earlier on last year. I was playing Def Jam, Fight for New York, and I was looking for a soundtrack that was really hip hop heavy, without a copyright claim. I ended up using the whole soundtrack of Anarchy Reigns because it's on fucking Spotify. Oh,
It is. Oh my god. So I don't know if people knew this, but yes, Sega sabotaged that game. Straight
Yeah.
up.
So-
They put it in Japan only. I freaking I imported that mug. I rarely imported games. I imported that mug. It was completely dubbed.
oh.
Everything was there. Everything was there.
Yeah.
But they decided to release it in America way too late when the game was pretty much dying.
Oh,
It made no sense when they
true.
did that.
Also, I don't know
That
why the name changed there. Like from Max Ray to
Ray-
Anarchy Reigns.
Yeah. I like Anarchy Reigns better than Max Anarchy personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game did not deserve the death that it got. It's a gem. It's a gem, man. I'm telling you,
True.
dude. I remember playing online. It had so much freaking fun because it was this like 16 players all just beating the ever living crap out of each other. That's all it was.
I mean, copyright ran out for the game. Like the amount of artists that are on that game for all the different songs and stuff. Yeah, I believe it. It's a legal landmine to get it back,
But
just
that
because of the
doesn't-
amount of rappers they have there.
Yeah.
Oof.
But that doesn't explain why freaking Sega did that. I wish I knew.
It was a different Sega, like a completely different Sega. I want to believe it was just a completely different Sega managing that team or managing Platinum at the time. Because if we see the track record navadays, they kind of redeemed themselves a little bit with Frontiers, the Yakuza series, and the Judgment games. But that's more Ryoga Gotoku Studios lifting the fuck out of Sega. Those guys are lifting. My god, they're lifting.
You know what? You are probably right, Kenny Bob. You are probably right. It was
Yeah.
the blue
Streak.
It wasn't like
It's not
you know
that
what? It's
one
funny
better.
too. I feel like every time Platinum Games like fails hard, it's usually because company interference.
True.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like that.
I-
Like freaking Babylon Fall.
There is
That was-
Babylon Fall, Wonderful 101. was also a game that I would actually like to try it out, just to see what went wrong on there. Because that game seems a little bit boring on the outside, like from the viewer perspective side of things. But in gameplay might be a little different. Who knows?
I think it's just the whole Pikmin RTS kind of aspect of it that kind of made people like, it's like, I don't know if I would touch it.
Yeah, but yeah,
the
seems
gameplay's
fun.
solid.
Yeah, the gameplay seems solid. Plus, the fact that it was just released on the Wii U was, I think, the fact that killed it. But hey, there is always another chance.
Shoo! I still stand by that the Wii U was a good system. Unfortunately, it was just like a bad. They did not help it. I like the tablet.
Yeah, they didn't know how to implement the gimmick. It happened with a lot of Wii games, but we had a metric buttload of games that at least some of them ended up hitting the spot. But in the Wii U side of things, there wasn't so many games, and the games that were good usually stayed away of the gimmick, I guess.
Yeah, in a sense, it's like you might as well play
you
on the
had
controller.
the option to use the gimmick, but nobody used it. Or the few people that used it loved the fuck out of it sometimes, like the gyro controls on Mario Kart.
Who likes gyro controls, man?
I don't know. I've heard people liking that, and I think it's fine, I guess. I don't know. Wii U was still surprisingly popular, not Switch big, and we sold way too well to get a tablet gimmick.
You say it was surprisingly popular, but I was gonna say, like, the sales were abysmal, man.
Yeah, at least compared to the competition. Like, at the time, I think it was PS4 and Xbox One. The Xbox One, I think it was the one that was, like, struggling a lot too. But the Wii U struggled way harder.
You wanna know why? The whole freaking sharing fiasco that they had. Yeah, I remember that. Like, oh, you want to know how to share your games? Well, first you have to do all this complicated bullcrap because you can't just give your disc to the people. It's like, oh, no, Microsoft, what are you doing? No, man. No, this ain't the way. And this Sony dumpstered on them by making an ad was like, now we'll show you how to share your games on freaking Sony. Step 1. And it was just a dude handing the game to another person. And the dude's like, thank you. And that was it. It was like, damn.
Actually, Wii U came out at the same time as the PS3. Oh, that's right. Oh.
Honestly, yeah, but the PS3 wasn't actually doing that high either, which was strange.
November. Few days of difference. Yeah, the PS3... Well, I think the console that... Yeah. No, the Wii U was the second best-selling console at the time then. Like, the PS3 I remember struggling a fucking lot. The 360 was eating the competition, like they were leading head straight, as far as I remember. Wii U was cheaper, but had heavier hidden games. Yeah.
But yeah, the PS3 era was kind of a scary era because Capcom almost freaking bit the dust. I remember that.
Capcom was the Capcom fiasco that happened wasn't like mid 2010s, early 2011s, like with the DLC fiasco on Marvel, and they releasing the update to Ultimate Marvel 3 at the end of that specific year, like a few months later.
Yeah, it was like 6 months, I think, because I remember at my job when we were playing that, we was like, holy crap, why is this game releasing so early with more characters?
Yeah.
Like, this DLC stuff.
Then they did the same thing for fucking Cross Tekken. Ugh.
Yeah. No, the Cross Tekken was so much worse because
the Cross Tekken was way
on the
worse.
freaking disc.
Yeah,
it
on this DLC.
On the disc, people were like modding the game. I don't know if it was like Game Shark or something, but they were getting the characters early and playing online with them, and it was like,
it's crazy to see. Wii U November 19, 2006. PS3 November 17, 2006. 360 November 22. My god.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Advertisement-wise, I think it's the difference here. Because I remember the PS3 commercials being way too weird. And for the time, the weirdness didn't sell consoles at all. Maybe in Japan, but not on the West.
Yeah. Wow. Commercials were fun back then. I don't care what people say. They were funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no ads in US really for
Makes
EU for
sense.
sure.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That makes total
I
sense.
see why they released so close to each other because that's like holiday time. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
that
sense.
sounds like holiday time.
Yeah, at least here in the States for sure.
Hmm.
But
Well,
yeah, the Wii U definitely could have done better. It was a weird time for gaming. I must just say that there was a lot of weird stuff that was going on.
oh, for
A
sure.
lot of weird decisions, online passes, all this craziness that was happening. Re-release
True.
of Master Quest in my street.
And
Dude,
oh,
oh
oh,
yeah, you remember, don't you? I brought some bad memory.
oh. The
Yeah, it was a weird time for gaming.
It was a really tough era of gaming, like the greedy era of gaming, like gray, I will say. Oh, every game that was coming out was all like, I don't know, so colorless, so greedy, so just Call of Duty like, if that makes any sense. Like, on the Capcom side of things, you got stuff like, well, you got Dead Rising, which was it was good. Dead Rising 1 was good. Then you have stuff like Bionic Commando, or my god. Then you got stuff like Bionic Commando.
Commando. Um,
That
yeah, there was
was
a lot of
rough.
I got a whole thing I can go through right now. I
That
remember
was-
Lords of the Rings Conquest about was like
That was around
I
the
don't
time
know
I
if
was
I-
no steep on the Sims 3 and Diablo 3. Never really played anything on the PS3. Had a 360 though. Good on you. The 360 has some killer apps too, like some killer games as exclusives. Specifically Halo. Like everybody that talks about like the time of the 360, everybody mentions Halo 3 or Halo Reach, stuff like that. If I remember correctly.
yeah.
Oh,
I
the
mean, this
Gears
is-
games
Red
too.
Color.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell you one series I freaking missed. Fable. I want
Yeah.
that back. I miss Fable so
How
much.
much has it been since that teaser trailer that was on the Game Awards? I remember.
Wait,
Back
for
then.
what?
For Fable.
Wait, they're releasing another Fable?
They showed a trailer on 2022 Game Awards, if I remember.
Oh.
If not, it was a way earlier. But I remember seeing on a Game Awards a world premiere of a new Fable game. Like, it was just a teaser trailer, but it was a Fable game. Back
it
then,
must have been.
games
Wow.
were
Nobody-
forced to use gimmicks by the console owners too. Backlash never really pushed back till the PS4 life and death of gyroscope-based gimmicks. It hurts to
Yeah,
hear that again. Oh god.
You are absolutely right. What was this game? There was like a dragon game that you had on the PS3 that they forced you to try to use the gyroscope freaking mechanics. I don't remember the name.
Wasn't
but yes,
Panzer? No, wait, that wasn't. Oh, that was Horde. I was for a second. I thought of Panzer Dragoon, but nah, that was another
No, it
thing
was
completely.
the concept because you're on the dragon, you're shooting things. Yeah, it's similar.
It might be,
concept, but
yeah, it
more
might be
hard.
similar, but nah, it was Horde. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. They kept trying to do stuff like that to force people to use their freaking peripherals and whatnot. It's like, I don't want to do this. Just let me use the controls. Just let me use the D-pad or the analog. Yeah, it was a weird time. I'm
hmm.
glad that we pushed back enough on that they stopped doing it. I mean, Nintendo does what they do. They don't care.
I mean, Nintendo lives for the gimmicks. You know, if they go
They
the
do.
route, if they go the route of like high graphics, high fidelity to like more graphics, more stuff, they will lose the charm they have. Let's be real here.
You are absolutely right. That's why they have a freaking cardboard game. And no, I'm not dumping on them. It's kind of interesting that they have a
Nintendo
game
level.
where you're using cardboard and building stuff to play the freaking game.
I mean, that's charming in and of itself. Nintendo Lava was a
It
cool
is.
gimmick.
They like their gimmicks.
Yeah.
It's something we expect from Nintendo. Everybody else, though, I don't know. It feels kind of soulless.
There's a little video out there from a guy named Thorgy that just designed from the ground up a new idea for a Punch Out game. And I'm still like a little bit surprised that they don't take advantage of the dual how to say it, motion control they have on the Switch to make a fucking Punch Out game. They have the idea right there.
They should. We need a new freaking Punch Out game. I love that series.
I love that.
It's a puzzle fighter for crying out loud. It's fun.
It's a party fighting game for those like interested on playing it. At least for me, it seems like a good party game. Like you have all these different type of boxers from like different exaggerated stereotypes.
Whatnot.
Gotta love
Yeah.
it.
I guess
Oh,
maybe that's why they take it so long to make another Punch Out, because you kind of have to be careful with that.
I
nowadays.
mean,
Yeah, for fun, because they do it for themselves too. It's not like it's like we're doing all these stereotypes for everyone. Japan's in there,
oh
and in
yeah,
fact, I think the
pirates.
company in Canada, it's from the Canada studio,
Yeah,
and they
they're.
got a Canadian in there too. So it's like it's not like they're being harmful or trying to
I
hurt
mean,
people. It's all tongue cheek. It's for fun.
yeah, it's just fun. I I don't know. I don't feel offended by the Spanish guy in any way, shape, or form. Granted,
Exactly.
I don't live on Spain, but tango it's an Argentinian tradition more than a Spain one. But you know what? I'm fine with that. It's funny. The guy from Canada that is just way into like maple syrup, trains with bears and stuff like that. That's fine. The Russian guy that just drinks a lot. Yeah, that at least you make it soda, so it's not vodka. But hey,
Yeah, they made it so
they
it's
they,
not
they
bad.
had that
Vodka
guy
little
fucked
bit.
up with vodka, but hey, it's fine. Oh, Party Animals got released. Got a
Wait,
release date finally. Yes.
Yes,
Oh.
dude! I've been waiting for that game for so many years.
Yeah,
I think,
that.
what 3 years?
Oh.
That game was so stupid fun.
I mean, it
I
was Gambits, but with way more gimmicks. I love it. I saw that and I loved it.
I just ran around drop kicking everybody because he did the stupid slow mo all day. That was the fun part about it.
Oh my god.
I'm so glad that we're finally getting that game, dude.
Also, we're finally
It is
getting
so
Lies of P. I saw you playing yesterday and I saw, ooh, I need to try the demo. I saw the trailer for it and it looks fun.
Oh, it is fun. The concept of that game is very interesting to me. I like the fact that you could change your weapons. Even okay, yeah, you could like you could take out the handle and take out the blade or whatever the end part, the pointy part of the freaking weapon. And you can switch with other different handles and such, which will change the moveset of it. And it's very interesting.
Okay, so you can change your blade. I thought it would be a mechanic similar to like the Devil Breakers from Mural. Like you have different type of arms, and those gives you different types of like weapon management and stuff. Ooh.
They have that system too, because your left arm is robotic arm, and they have one that's just like I'm gonna punch you, and there's another one was like you want to cosplay a scorpion, so you grapple people and pull them towards you. So they do kind of have that kind of mechanic to it.
Oh shit. Oh yes.
And I just put the gray sword on everything that could. So I was like, let me see, I'm gonna take this billy club, and I'm gonna put a gray sword on it. So then my character just beating people upside the head with a giant gray sword. It's like, I think the game has potential. It's still a little. It needs to be tuned up a little bit. I'm gonna say that. Like it needs animation canceling, or either animation canceling, or they need to make it so that when you actually dodge, your character moves somewhere instead of like takes 2 steps to the left or whatever it feels like. It does not feel good.
Oh.
What are you trying to do?
I mean, it's a demo, so that's the point of it, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, it depends on how far the game is. There's demos out there that's like, yeah, they're not going to be able to change enough about this game in the time frame.
Yeah. Besides, they go for the vibe of a Souls-like. Might as well just go full ham on it and give you the Souls-like type of movement. You're slow, but if you time your rolls correctly and you know the patterns of your enemy, you will beat them. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think the game has potential. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for it. They do need to make it so, as I said, the dodging is kind of funky right now because it's like they use the Bloodborne dodging where instead of rolling, you actually kind of like jump, but you don't go anywhere. So it feels like I'm trying to dodge somebody, and then they do that little homing thing where it's like, oh, you're going to my left? Well, let me electric slide over here and just pop right you in the head.
Oh, mobility options, I love it.
Yeah, so I think the game has potential. I can't wait to see what they actually do with it. I'm glad they actually released something. I'm still waiting for Wukong to show some more stuff and actually give us like a real taste of what's to come with that. So
I will be surprised if after this demo they ended up releasing a DMC like action game with Lies of P. That will be actually impressive, and then kind of change of pace. But I'll take the Souls-like gameplay too. It looks so good to not just try it out at least.
Oh yeah. when Souls games are done right, they're absolutely a joy to bash your head into that wall in. As you try to beat the bosses. When it's done right, there's plenty of Souls games, Lords of the Fallen, that
Lords of the Fallen
are just nice.
Oh god, I played that.
To emulate the style, it does not go well.
There is 3 Souls-like games I've played, and all of them I dropped it after like first level or 2. One was Lord of the Fallen for the first time I tried it out. I explored the cathedral at the beginning and then just, man, nah, this is not my game. Because I love the Viking theming of it at the beginning of it. But nah, then I dropped it. Then a friend of mine forced me to try out Dark Souls 3. I passed the first 2 bosses and said, nah, it's not my type of game.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fair. That is fair.
Then I tried Nioh, like the first Nioh game. I like the samurai theming. The gameplay is what you expect from a Souls-like. You go from one point, fight a boss, then you get the ability to go back to the first part of the level. It's exploration based. So once you reach one certain point of the level, you get access to a door or a place that leads you to the beginning of the level if you want to re-explore that area. The thing is, the enemies are tough and the weapons you get, you need to play around with it. You don't lose the weapons, you just lose a few things like experience points and stuff. But the more you die and the more you retry and you kill, the more strong you get by doing so. So it's a lot of repetition on that. I passed, I think, the first level, and then I just dropped it because it was getting way too repetitive.
Wait, Nioh?
Nioh.
Oh,
I mean, if you want the aesthetic of like Sekiro, let's say, but more samurai oriented and more classic, more classic Dark Souls like, I would recommend Nioh. It's a pretty good looking game. It's a pretty fun game if you are that type of guy that likes to repeat and just grind up a little bit. So it's fun. It's fun.
It is. I enjoyed Nioh for what it was. Though my only issues with the Nioh type games is for some reason, was it Koei? I think they're the ones who make it.
Koei type.
They just flood you with, they flood you with so much equipment. It's annoying. Like you get swamped with armor, swords, and crud. It's like I don't want to do the inventory part of the game. I don't want to manage to it. Have to okay, let me just get all these items and toss it onto the ground, or break it, or sell it, or whatever I have to do. And that's my only issue with the Nioh games, is because they really, I'm not exaggerating. You get swamped with gear.
True.
But if you can ignore that, the game is really fun. It is different from a typical Souls games because it's definitely faster paced. And I enjoy that. I enjoy the faster paced Souls-like games.
Me too.
Which is
that's why that's the most I played of all the Souls-like games I played. Like, that game is the one I played the most of all of the 3 I played so far. So yeah, it was fun the few times I got it.
And if you love Final Fantasy, I would say try Stranger of Paradise. that game was really fun. It was really fun. It was like a Souls-like game, but you're in the Final Fantasy universe fighting like goblins, bombs, behemoths, and all the other kind of stuff. And the main character is... Can you be like so cheesy and charming? That's what he is. He is just so edgy, but it's just funny. Like, you can't help but to like him. I would definitely say it's worth playing if you ever get a chance to. Yeah, pick it up on a sale. I think it's on Steam, and I think you would like have fun with that one, especially because you're actually playing with. You can play with other AIs. So if, like, say difficulty is your issue, you can have them helping you out.
Oh, cool. What?
Yeah, straight face comedy. Yeah, yeah.
What about those Dark Cloud kind of games? Think that kind of game will make it back? Secret of Mana, where the tree can be in your backyard.
Oh my gosh, my friend still hates me for doing that. I do it every time. It's Legend of Mana. Pretty much, it allows you to. The field is kind of like a storyboard kind of thing. You put like every level in certain spots where you want them. So you have your house, you have an empty map, and then you get a new level. So it's like you'll place it right here and say, okay, so this place is over here. This town is over here. For some reason, I like to put the mana tree, which is like the last area, the infinite mana tree, the giver of life, pretty much, right in my backyard. Why? I don't know. It's just right there in my backyard. As for those type of games, will they make a comeback? It's kind of hard to say in this day and age. Maybe at some point, Square or I think Sony were the ones who were doing the Dark Cloud series, might jump back into making RPGs like that again. But it's definitely harder because they're kind of
I can.
cheesy.
Okay, you call me crazy, but if all this whole deal with Microsoft and Blizzard ends up going one way or the other, I can see Blizzard attempting something like that if they get like the freedom they need. Like, give the Blizzard devs the freedom they need and a little bit of money, and they can make something like that. Like straight up, I can believe them doing something like that because they have the power to do it. So I can imagine that being an Xbox exclusive or something like that. If that deal goes through, I hope it does. They need that. Oh my god, they need that so bad. But yeah. Oh shit. Okay. He'll be right back real quick. But yeah. Going on a little bit on the Blizzard side of things. Yeah, I hope that deal goes through and Bobby Kotick is just out of there. I'm tired of hearing about people just suffering under his command, though. Almost scratched that itch of city management, which is why I brought it up. Oh, city management games are fun when you get into it. Like I tried a lot of like city management stuff, a little bit like City Skylines and I think a little bit of SimCity, but I never get used to it. It's literally what it says in the name, and I'm sucking majorly at management money and resources for a city, dude. Oh my god.
No, that's not fair. City management games has always been a hard one for me because I'm a gameplay dude. I action gameplay dude. Born and raised on action games, action movies. So if it's just a straight up city sim management game, I can't. My attention gets lost. It's funny. Either my attention gets lost, or I don't play the game right. Like with my friends, I was playing like say Age of Empire. Everybody's building like their fields, their army and stuff. I build a town. I'll do crap like that. It's like, oh yeah, let me open the gates up for you guys so you can go through. And it's like you realize we're fighting each other, right? It's like, oh shit. Wait, I'm not doing this right. But Fable's management city, or the way you do it, Fable actually was kind of fun because there was gameplay in it. So it's like, yeah, you gotta get all these resource stuff, but you have fun game. You get to go out and adventure and get resources that you need, or money in which way before. So you're doing the whole city management thing, and you got your adventure parts. I can play games like those. Those are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fable 3 never made PC. Oh,
really? Yeah. I was thinking of that. If they somehow, some way end up doing another trailer for Fable, I want them to do the thing they did for Metal Gear. Like, yeah, this is a new game. There is no release date just yet, but this is a teaser for the thing, and we are going to include the Fable previous games for PC or other consoles. Like a re-release, not a remake, not a remaster, nothing. Just a re-release of those games in newer hardware. I will be super fine with it. Like, give me those games on other platforms. Yeah.
They absolutely need to come back because it was a good series. I can't remember the name of the person who always kind of like, he had grand dreams for the game, unfortunately. Was it Pierce? I can't remember his name for some reason. But yeah, the unfortunate part was he promised way too much because he just had like these grandiose dreams of what Fable was supposed to be like. And it was kind of sad because you could tell he was really passionate about the game. But people kind of always jumped on him because, the company couldn't deliver because it was just too much.
True.
It was just...
It's kind of like...
So that was always...
It's the kind of situation that they think, oh, this game, we made something completely new and like completely unique, and we want the series to be like that. Like every time we release a new game for the series, it has to be something unique, or it has to have a new gimmick integrated to the previous one or something like that, right? That reminds me a lot of Half-Life. Like they have like games. That's what I remember Gabe Newell saying. We are not going to release a new game until we find some way to revolutionize gaming in a new way, or at least make something way unique to separate each game from each other. Like they did that for Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, and Alex, as far as I know.
That makes so much sense of why it's taking forever for us to get Half-Life 3.
I mean, they also want to do that with Portal. Like, Portal 2 new gimmick was you get 2 different campaigns, one for co-op and one for single player. Completely different games in one. You get Portal 1, which is, well, playing around with portals, perspective, and your management with the puzzles. So it's nice.
Right.
Same happened with the only series that I think is not doing that is Counter-Strike. Because Counter-Strike, what more simple shooting game can you get? It has barely anything of story-wise. You just are like a counter-terrorist or a terrorist team. That's it. You can't get more basic than that.
That's all people want. They just kind of want that freaking squad shooter.
Yeah, that's why you get CS2.
Yeah, you don't need to break the mold. Just give the people what they want. That's all they want. Is like, all right, we'll just keep giving it to you. Sometimes people don't want to innovate. They just they're trying to make money. That's what they're trying to do.
True. Okay, Justin, Fable 4 announced looking into Forza Horizon Development Playground Games is reportedly working on a new Fable game. What is... Wait, Forza Horizon Developer Playground Games. Playground working from a racing game to a Fable game. Okay, that sounds interesting. I'm not gonna lie. The Forza games just are a come and go for me because one, I love racing games, but when they are too grounded, sometimes they are not my type. Forza are in the middle. Like they are grounded, but they have this charm to it that makes it like, I don't know. It makes it sort of like a Need for Speed game, like the old ones. You get this open world to explore a little bit with cool views and stuff. I kind of love that. And you got the mission system and stuff. But when it comes to the developer itself, I'm kind of cool with it. Like, they know how to make games. Maybe try something new outside of Forza will be good for the team.
It's such a big gap though, like for Horizon whatever, to freaking Fable, so a racing game to a giant epic RPG, which by the way I'm trying not to lose my mind for because oh my god, they just announced a Fable 4. I'm just learning of this. Finally, it took forever, but it's for them to do such a game. I hope they do well. I mean, it's not unheard of for not unheard of for them to turn it around or do something different and actually make it good. But it's just like.
I mean, if Vicarious Visions can go from making a fucking remake of a trilogy of a platformer games to fucking Tony Hawk, they can do whatever they want.
Shoot, yeah. Hey, if you make it good, that's all I care about. That's so interesting, though. I never thought they would be the ones to make it, but hey, you do it right. You do it right.
True. I mean,
that's what I'm here for. I cannot believe they're finally making it Fable 4. Oh my gosh, yes, it's about time. It's been too long, man.
True.
It's about time. Let's do something crazy.
Oh my god, yes.
Dude.
Also,
so that might be
give Playground Games a breeze and let them do whatever they want. Like, my god, they do so beautiful looking games. Even though I don't play them, I just like looking at them. The cars look really nice. The places look really cool. The music is kind of meh because it's copyrighted music. But that's your natural thing on racing games. Like every single racing game I know that I love to play has a metric buttload of copyrighted music because that music fits to the racing game because you're driving your car. You're just vibing with your music, and that's fine. That's cool.
Is it because you're like more of a realistic racing game?
No, because that happens on other type of games like Split Second, which it's the more modern example I can give you. That also happens on the Need for Speed series, so yeah. Although Split Second is one of them I want to try it out. It looks so good.
I've never been into those type of games. It usually has to be like an arcade kind of racing game, just like as you said, Need for Speed, Burnout, Daytona.
Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi. Yeah,
Ooh.
when it's a racing game like those that just go absolutely freaking.
Ham.
It's just fun. Yeah, ham, arcadey. Those are the type of racing games that are fun. I can't play the realistic ones though, where you're just driving around in a circle.
True.
Gran Turismo. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people love that series like to death. I just can't get to it.
Kart racing games are also super fun too.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart. Yeah.
Mario Kart, Crash Team Racing. What other? There is not many kart racers outside of those two. No. I don't want to turn on my computer for using a controller on a racing game. Fuck you. No. All these Sonic racing games too. Yes.
Oh yeah, the Sonic ones are good too. Yeah.
Specifically, Transform. That was a cool one. Oh, Chocobo Racing.
Oh, dude, that was a travesty. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, mostly
Square effed it up again, unfortunately. Snowboard Kids, dude! Ooh. That was a fun game. Oh, you bringing out stuff from the freaking past. Ancient timeline.
True.
Dude, that was a fun series. I give it to you on that one. Absolutely. Now you got me thinking about it. What other games? SSX Tricky. Oh, yes. You talking about racing games? That had a good soundtrack. It's tricky. Wait, I don't know. That might be copyright. Hold up.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking soundtracks, we kind of don't have to talk about racing games because most of it are just or copyrighted music. Like the bands deserve the credit. Like I've met my favorite like rock band from the Need for Speed series thanks to like Blinding in Chains, and I think it was on Holy Confessions being on Need for Speed Most Wanted. Yeah, thank you for that. Avenged Sevenfold, it's a banger rock band. My God.
Oh shoot, yeah.
First stage of Sonic. Oh shit. Yeah, that's right. The Sonic racing games have like Sega related music, like how is it called? There are some stages that have some really cool music on Transform that I'm not remembering right now. I know Skates of Arcadia and the Burning Rangers have really banger themes on those stages. My God.
Oh yeah, no, Sega, surprisingly, they don't miss when it comes to music, it feels like. I can't really recall in many Sega games that have like music. At least when it comes to Sonic, I don't know what is with them. They just be hating fire when it comes to Sonic games.
True.
Just out of nowhere. It does seem like why. It feels like it doesn't fit sometimes, but they're just so freaking good.
I mean, the game can suck all they want, but the music on the game, at least you will get one banger out of all the soundtracks.
Oh, absolutely.
My God.
They do not mess around.
First station.
No, the first Sonic Dance Battle is just so good.
True. Have you heard?
Okay, so
well,
yes, I have heard the music from Sonic.
Heart of Flame is everywhere, dude. How the fuck am I not listening to that? Like, there is a soundtrack of a Sonic game that has been popping up recently. It has to be Frontiers. Like, I haven't heard anything outside of Fist Bump from, like, Sonic Forces, but Sonic Frontiers I can hear, like, Heart of Flame all the way. Like, it's really good. I got a friend that is literally obsessed with that soundtrack. It's insane.
It's such a good theme. And it felt like it almost came out of nowhere because when they first started showing like Sonic's Frontiers, it was always like this weird vibe music. I mean, don't get me wrong, the music wasn't bad, but it didn't feel like normal Sonic games. It was like just roaming music, which is weird. Yeah. Even during some of the action scenes. But then all of a sudden, they pull off that rock out of nowhere where you're freaking Super Sonic. He's like, oh, hold up, what's going on? You just get into it. Oh, yes, it was so cool. I need to play Sonic Frontiers at some point. I really do.
True.
I heard it was slow and janky, but honestly, it seems like it's fun. So I'm willing to give it a try.
I want to believe that's just the beginning of it. Like it's kind of like an open world RPG. You will get faster and faster as time goes on, and you progress on it.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 16 first.
True. They're going to hold you on that.
I know they are. You know I'm gonna play it. No, they want me to stream it. I was big bait like, should I stream this or should I just play this on my own time? But I am so looking forward to Final Fantasy 16. It looks amazing. I don't care about some of the minor controversies that happen with it. I'm all about it.
I mean, yeah.
Like everybody's like, oh no, it's turn-based. But shoot, that game looks so fun. It's
Why
Final
not
Fantasy,
two?
and it has a mix of DMC to it. That's my dream game.
Oh,
That's my
for
dream
sure.
game.
Oh, yeah. Why not both?
Exactly. And the fact that it's going like through the whole story of the character, like
Look.
from Clive, it's Clive, right? I believe that's his name. From his childhood to his adulthood. I like stories like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, the typical JRPG kind of like adolescent teen saving the world, it's fun. But sometimes I kind of want to see adults do stuff, like people older than 21.
True.
Doing something like that, man. It's like,
Like,
They
if you want to see teenagers battle up monsters, Persona is right there, dude.
oh, shit, there you go, Persona 3 coming out. I said,
Well,
never wrong.
okay. Adult theming on Persona 3, though. We're talking suicidal type of stuff. Really heavy shit. But they are still teenagers suffering through it. Seeing an adult suffering through it, that's different. Gotta
That's
admit,
pretty
it's
time,
pretty
man.
it's a pretty heavy game, so yeah. Too
Oh,
greedy.
yeah.
Too greedy.
And I heard Final Fantasy 16, they got inspiration from freaking Games of Thrones, so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a dark game, isn't it?
True.
This is gonna get dark. I'm looking forward to it. I am so looking forward to it. And it's coming out in like a few more weeks, 2-3 weeks. Shoot.
Oh man. Good thing you finished Street Fighter 6. I'm still like going in. I'm playing everything that is in. I'm pretty sure if I don't finish by next month, I'll be finishing when the first DLC is coming out. Pretty sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. See, your mistake was that you got too into the online, which I had to
Me?
force myself to avoid.
Nah.
I'll just say people in general. That's why I was like, I try to stick it to the world tour as much as I can because I know if I go online, I'm gonna be on that mode for a long time because
Dude.
online is fun.
All the streams I have so far is just World Tour. I did
Good.
nothing but World
Finish
Tour.
it.
I haven't played online here, like on stream.
Finish it.
I'm going to finish it, but I'm doing side missions and stuff. Like I'm like farming stuff by the way, just in the side missions. Like just passing by. Hey, you wanna fight? Well, let's go.
Just give him a hello with a Shoryuken. That's
True.
how they greet each other in freaking Metro City.
Nah, I'm using blank ass electric stuff for that.
Oh, there you go. Oh, a little hello shock.
Yeah.
Little hello tasering.
Yeah.
Team should remain edgy feeling, but was surprised P3 is getting the P5 lipstick. What? What?
I mean, that's
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I was saying earlier. Persona 3 Reloaded, it's basically a reuse of assets of Persona 3 Dancing. That's at least how I
Really?
look at it. Like I look at it. But the models look way too similar to Persona 3 Dancing that it's insane. I kind of believe
So you
it's
think-
just because of that they are reusing assets from there and making new models and new costumes for for those specific models, like in that specific art style. Like at
That's
least
what I was about to actually ask.
yeah.
Like, are they actually using reusing assets, or are they actually just
a little,
similar?
at least a little bit, because the costumes are completely new. At least as far as I've noticed, like the original costume for the Gekkoukan, like the Gekkoukan High School, it's completely new. I think the Aegis cutscene that they show at the beginning was a completely new model, but on the art style of Persona 3 Dancing Online. So yeah. I think they are reusing a little bit of assets from here and there and then making new ones on that same art style.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's it. People were complaining about that. That's what I've been seeing on Twitter because I need to get off that. But yes, people.
I mean, you
complain about that.
you can't complain because the old art style, I think it doesn't fit. Not having Persona 5 art style at the moment, because Persona 5 hit it so hard. Every other game has that art style now, I guess.
Right.
There are probably
I
a
mean,
lot of P5 reused assets too. Probably, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Absolutely
Uh,
would not be surprised.
Oh, I hope they do that too. Like the Fest storyline. I hope they do that. And please don't make it a fucking. Don't make the gameplay change from like the Fest storyline to like the main story, because that sucked way too much.
What?
Persona.
Oh, man.
Okay, So you get on Persona 3 Fest, you get two campaigns: the main campaign and the Pacific Fest campaign, which is called The Answer, right? On the main campaign, you get the classic Persona gameplay. You get your teams, your teammates, your normal grinding. You get to do a few stops. But on The Answer, you get the gameplay from the what's it called? Shin Megami Tensei series, which it's a completely different gameplay, right? So that gameplay sucked major ass because it was way too much grinding. And it was way too hard.
But that's the point of an RPG. You gotta grind, right? Grind it forever.
It's
replayability
hard.
or something.
Yeah,
it's hard. Oh,
it's
man.
way too hard. I was playing on normal, and I couldn't pass the first level unless I was grinding out the wazoo. And it was complicated as hell too because it was super slow for a short story. Like the grinding you had to do to pass through the levels was way too much. Like they overextended the gameplay because of it. And the gameplay in and of itself wasn't pretty good to begin with, so you get the idea. I quit 4 times. Yeah. True. I kinda did the same. I beat the first and second boss and then I quit. Because the story wasn't pretty good too. Like, they regress. They did something with Yukari that it's like, why did you make it such a bitch, dude? Like, I get it. At the beginning of the story, Yukari was kind of meh, but the progression she got through the main story was pretty good. The conclusion was pretty good. Why did you regress it like that and make it a bitch? It doesn't make any sense.
Hey, that bad, eh? Oh, in the early game, you lose days when you die, which is extremely valuable. Really.
True, yeah. You get limited time on that part of the game, yeah. Then you get
That doesn't
sick.
sound fun. What?
It isn't.
That doesn't sound fun at all. What the hell?
It isn't. Like, it isn't at all.
Oh, I'm glad to get to the series. Oh my gosh, that is not.
I just
sounds like
hope.
heck, man.
I mean,
Busy work.
the story, I don't mind it. I just mind the gameplay. Like, the gameplay was way too hard and way too grindy for my liking. Just make it a short story, and that's it. Push your allies
That
hard,
point,
they
you
get
good
sick.
deal.
Or makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, that happened on the main game too, but it wasn't that big of an issue because you skip one day of Tartarus, doing whatever the fuck you want, maybe doing some social links, and that's it. But what's the issue? You cannot even go outside on this game mode. You are trapped on your dorm with your teammates without a way to, like, rest up properly, right? You don't get anything to do. You just have to skip a day.
What the heck?
It wasn't
Dude.
3 days. Yes.
Was it mess-
Oh,
That sounds like busy work, man. What is this?
It
The
is.
Sims? Oh my gosh! I'm glad I didn't get to that series.
I mean, Persona 3 is fun. The story is amazing. The gameplay is... We don't talk about the gameplay. No. But you can start wherever you want, on whatever game you want, because it's kind of like JoJo's. You can start on whatever part you want. You will get hints to the previous games here and there, but you can start from Persona 5 for all I care. It's fine. You can go from 5 to 3 if you want.
So it's pretty much like the Final Fantasy series, where each
Yeah.
game is just their own story.
It's exactly like that. Gameplay is fun, but the push of the grind on Fest was stellar. Mm-hmm. And the story was pretty short too. Oh. But hey, at least the ending, which is what matters, they made it canon. That's that's the worst. That's the worst part. You have to go through just to get that ending, and that ending is canon because on the fighting game they made it canon. Why not?
What was it? Persona Arena?
Yes.
Persona 4 Arena?
Specifically Ultimax, yeah. You get a resolution. That is what made any of it worth it. Yeah.
Yep. Having the freaking when the story's not open ended, I hate open ended endings. When it's actually a resolution, it's so good. I don't know why. Some people like it. I want to know what happens to them. I want my resolution.
I mean,
it doesn't have to be a happy ending. I just want an ending.
I honestly think both campaigns have a good resolution. Like both, like the main campaign and the Answer of Fest get a good resolution. Like both of them are qualified as endings. Like they don't have open endings. They closed it nicely. At least you didn't need to pay for the DLC. No, you need to buy a completely new game to have the same game but with a new campaign. Like, you got Persona 3 Vanilla on PS2, I think. So, that's the main game. If you wanted, like... What it bothers me is that the gameplay is still the same on both versions of the game, of the main campaign. Like, what the hell?
Was it like no real big change to it?
The big change came out on the PSP version, which is the version they ported. Because you get to experience the same campaign from a different perspective on a different protagonist. You get changed on the gameplay, like quality of life changes that were present on Persona 4 into Persona 3 on the PSP. What's the issue? They made canon the first version of the campaign too. Like, if you want the story, like in and of itself, you can play the main campaign with the male protagonist on PSP and then play FES. I don't recommend any of that because it's bullcrap. I just recommend you go to YouTube, watch the cutscenes on there, and that's it. You get that. It's way worth it. Oh my god. But yeah, the PSP version is the one you want to play because that has more quality of life changes.
Right. Well, dang.
Yeah.
It sounds a little convoluted. I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? The series always had like good music, and I hear so much good stuff about it. At some point, I do want to get into the whole Persona series.
My recommendation: go with Golden. Go with Golden as the first one. Yeah, Golden is literally what the name says is Golden. It's a really good game.
Not the Persona 3 remake. Well.
Persona 3 remake. I cannot recommend a game that isn't out yet. For now, go for the PSP version. For no reason.
For no reason. What? What do you mean spanked?
I mean, yeah, when it comes to the feels, Persona 3 goes way harder than Persona 4. Like, you will get hit hard on the feels in Persona 3. Persona 4 has some feel and mystery vibe to it, but yeah.
Alright. Yeah, if I ever get a chance, I'll try to jump on that.
Also,
Golden.
If you watch Part 4 of JoJo's, you will get a lot of similarities between Persona 4 and Part 4 of JoJo's, which is funny.
Really?
Yes, the whole vibe of the game is literally just Part 4 of JoJo's, but with like teenagers and more like socializing and stuff, which is cool.
Wait, which one is 4? Is that Jolene or is that
Josuke? The one with the pompadour?
Okay.
Josuke.
Okay, that one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds fun, actually.
Yeah, it is. It actually is.
I just have to get over the turn-based combat. That's the only thing that's been keeping me from those series.
Mm-hmm.
I just so hard to get to turn-based for me, unfortunately.
True.
Crazy Diamond best in
Yeah,
yes, right too.
It is.
No, that is a good series.
True.
But yeah, turn-based has always been kind of hard for me to get into because I don't know. Let me put it like this: because of RPGs, I learned how to play games with one hand. I legit know how to play games with one hand just because of RPGs and how, like, you know, you're going through the story, or when you get to a battle, it's like, oh, okay, let me just do the same motion real quick. Big damage ability, maybe heal every so often. That's what it kind of felt like. So I was like, it's just hard to stay into that motion. But the story, like, I played Final Fantasy VII so many times, ridiculous amount of times. I beat the game. I'm probably in the double digits how many times I beat the game. But the combat in that game was just so boring. I just could not stand the combat.
I mean, I had the same issue when I tried Persona 4 Vanilla on the PS2. I didn't like the our classic RPG type of gameplay, but playing it now, like as a more grown up adult, I tend to appreciate more the story than anything. Also, yeah,
absolutely.
Kira did nothing wrong. Yeah, sure. My God.
The story makes up so much for the RPGs. That's why I feel like I should try to give these games more of a chance. I feel like I need games like Xenogears. If you ever play that series, like the combat system of that are Super Mario RPG, something like that, where it kind of gives you a chance to like interact as you're doing your attacks and whatnot. Paper Mario, stuff like that.
Yeah, you get to like interact with your attack to make it a little bit more powerful, do an extra hit of damage, or you get to interact with the enemy's attack and defend yourself, dodge it or defend it, or reflect it. Oh, that's so nice.
Like Mario RPG series, Paper Mario.
Yes, reasons to pay attention to combat, because outside of the most combat RPGs, like your classic Pokemon, your Final Fantasies, you are either using items with one, attacking with the other two, attacking with all three, or just healing with one, attacking with one, and just using a defense spell or something with the other. Stuff like that. It's more strategic. Exactly. But when it comes to the Mario games, you just attack or use an item to attack, and then just nice. Yeah, you get to defend yourself, do extra damage or whatever. It's fine. It's cool.
Yeah, that bit of engagement is important to me when it comes to RPG games, or just games in general. I need that form of engagement, and it's less menuish. Don't get me wrong. There's been some turn-based RPGs I can get into that are just strictly, no, because they still got forms of engagement. Like, I will always praise Divinity. Divinity was like a strategic Final Fantasy kind of text like RPG, but the thing is that the environment was very important. So you're constantly looking out for like barrels, oil on the ground, maybe some water, because your elements will actually interact with that, which will cause additional effects to happen. Like, say, oh, you see oil on the field, let me throw a fire spell in this area. Boom, everything's just exploding around you. But unfortunately you're probably tired because you're too close, so you probably get hit too. But yes, stuff like that.
Using your environment and interacting with it to use it in combat. Oh, that's so nice.
Yes. Stuff like that in turn-based games are very important to me.
I mean, in any game in general, like that makes the world around you mean something. Like, I know it's kind of like a secondary thing, but I love destroying things on like Street Fighter 6. Like, it's there is a submission that I just played recently. You get to destroy barrels. You find a note that says these barrels are meant to be picked up, not to be destroyed. But it's on Metro City. It's the place where the barrels are meant to be destroyed.
Yeah, I know what mission you're talking about. And then you get back to the dude. He's like, so I just got a note that you're not supposed to destroy those. We're good, right? Oh, you destroyed them.
Oh,
well, crap.
I'll apologize for that later. I have a boss stop to put.
Exactly. It's so funny. It's like, I love stuff like that.
Me too.
I love environmental interactions.
True. Oh man, there is some puzzles I found that I think I need to progress in the story a little bit more to finish it. But man, finding those in general is really cool. But yeah,
absolutely.
I think it's time. I think it's time we wrapped up here. Do you have any raid targets you want to recommend here? I usually let the guest decide the raid target, so it's up to you if you have any.
Let me check real quick. None of my usuals are on. I don't think I really have anybody.
Okay.
None of my usual peoples are on. Everybody's like off. So unfortunately, no, I don't have a raid.
Okay. What do I have?
Do you have anybody?
I have, the usual Iron Mouse on the Subathon, Shabon, Soy Milk, which is just chatting. Another talk show going up live at the moment. Vtuber Talk. A friend of mine, Helping Hand, just chatting. And the Archon played Diablo 4. That's all I have. Oh man, I don't have any.
It's a lazy Sunday. What you want from us? What you want from us?
True, it's Sunday. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I slept through the whole fucking day. That's why I slept through the Xbox showcase. I usually catched up to that, but nah, I decided just to go to sleep. They show an Overwatch trailer and everything. I went, nah, nothing wrong with having.
Hey, that's fine. That's just catching on YouTube.
True. I catch up to the trailer.
There's nothing wrong with that.
If you guys on the chat have any suggestions, just throw it on the chat. I'll look it up. In the meantime, I want to check Vtuber Talk if they are about to end or not. Oh shit, the model of this guy is super nice.
Oh shit.
Wow!
Hey, you guys.
Jesus. Okay.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I really only watch Gale. Oh, that's nice.
I appreciate it. I appreciate, you gotta appreciate the little things, life, And really, I do. Okay, let me get a little sappy over here, a little sappy. I do appreciate the guys who watch me because you know what? There's so many people on Twitch. There's so many people on YouTube. And you guys decide you want to watch me and Daenerys currently right now because Daenerys is awesome. Please follow him. It means a lot to us.
True. We
talk about games, man.
True. Like, we are just two guys playing or talking about games and we just, vibe with it. And there is a little ocean of content creators doing the exact same thing and you're deciding to watching us. That means a lot. Even if you just want to lurk, you just don't feel like chatting and just hearing on the back. That's the best thing you can do. Like, my God, it's just nice to just having people watching, Oh, exactly. Let's go. We're ending on the best thing possible. Let's go. We are going to rate Vtuber Talk from one talk show to another. We're just shaking hands here. But yeah. Thank you everyone for showing up here. Thank you, Gale, for accepting the invitation. It was amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, good night.
You guys have a good night. GG's.
GG's.